What's going on, and welcome back to yet again another Timothy random video. I hope you have been enjoying these videos, and if you haven't seen them, you should probably like and subscribe right now before we get into this one, so you make sure to get a notification and come back and see the next one. Anyway, it's raining and I had the most random idea that I've had this week, at least this weekend. Anyway, I have an extra couple of these garage door openers and I had a solid idea that I'm going to try out. So I figured I might as well bring y'all with me. And if you have any ideas for me to add on to this, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think of this contraption. But come along, let's make it happen. Entrance to the garage, right? So I have the entrance to the garage, and then over here is my little skateboard section right here, and then in game down there is the wall, right? You got the end wall down there, and I have more skateboard stuff down there, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang a garage door opener down there that comes this way, right? It's gonna go from down there and it's gonna come this way, and I'm gonna have it bring me skate decks. That's the goal. So anyway, entrance to the garage, in game down there, hang the opener, hook some skateboards to it, and then hit the button and it'll bring me my skateboards. When I'm ready to go, I can just grab one off the line. All right, so let's make it happen. First things first, I've got to take these two brackets and I've got to mount them back there from the truss, so I can hang the opener from these, the motor end, and then the other end's gonna come this way. I'm gonna want the end rail to stop pretty much right in my doorway right here. So I'm gonna hang this bracket right up here on this truss so it stops right at the doorway. The first thing I'm gonna try to do is hook my rail up down here. That way, if I need to add some extension brackets to the motor end, I can do that. So I'm gonna lift the rail and connect it to the rail attachment bracket. We've got our rail end connected, and we're going to come back here and connect the opener in. Now I may have to add a couple brackets just to give a little bit of stretch to the opener to where I have the mounting brackets, but let's check it out. And I actually need to add quite a bit of length, which is not a big deal. I'll be right back. So what I've done is I've taken two pieces of this angle iron right here and I've connected it to the motor head and just gave myself a couple like extension arms to make it longer to connect to my brackets that I mounted in the ceiling. All I got to do is get this thing up and connect it up here at this end. All right, so where I got it at's a little low. I need to take it up a little bit higher. So the reason I'm going to hook up sensors is because without the sensors, the garage door opener doesn't work properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect two sensors to the opener, but they're going to just be basically strapped to each other and connected with no real purpose other than they need to be connected to each other. Now I can't see the light, but I imagine that these two sensors are not staring at anything but each other's eyes. So we're gonna get them hooked up to the opener and we'll give her a test run. Well, we have power and that's a positive. And so we're gonna go ahead and see if this thing operates. First thing I need to do is program it. Now I've got it programmed. This thing's gonna run through its own program mode. And what I have to do now is wire a wall mount to it. So I have a wall button down here by the door, and then figure out how we're going to make it bring the skateboards down to the door. All right, guys, we've got everything hung up, and while I do have a little bit of more work to do and a little bit of more figuring out to do, we've got our wall button hooked up, and we're going to give it our first test run with our skateboard conveyor belt. Woo! Look at that, look at that. Now all I gotta do is figure out how to hang multiple skateboards and bring them this way so I can just select which one I want and head out the door.